Hey everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. The Tanki Fund is here. They now do it about twice a year. In the past, they did it like 3 times a year. But remember, before the last Tanki Fund, there were like 3 or 4 Tanki Funds that didn't even reach the end, which really sucked. The rewards aren't too bad. They're, again, like last Tanki Fund 6 months ago. They're not as good as the old Tanki Funds used to be, but they're still very, very good for the value. So in order to participate in the Tanki Fund, a lot of you guys know, but you have to buy at least one of the Tanki Fund bundles. The cheapest one is now 1390 rubies, same as the last Tanki Fund. It used to be around 990 rubies, but they upped it by about 400. So unfortunately, if you don't have that much, you're going to have to spend money or hopefully grind out, because it doesn't end all the way until December 23rd. So you do have a month to grind out rubies if you need to. You also have another bundle here with some new paints. I don't know if I'll get this one. It's only 3,000 rubies, so it's really not that bad. You get a bunch of new paints, epic keys, and crystals. So I might end up getting this one. And then you have the 20,000 ruby bundle with 250 epic keys. And then this year they brought back the booster option for the Tanki Fund, where each booster is 1,400 tank coins, and there's 30 total booster levels you can buy. So if you have a lot of tank coins, I guess you can spend them on the boosters. And again, if you're going to spend money, I know I say this a lot, but make sure you have a creator tag selected just in your settings, your account, and you have a creator tag right here. You don't have to even choose my name. Just make sure you have one selected, because if you don't, Tanki gets more money. Whereas if you do have one selected, it goes back to us creators just a little bit. So at the end of the day, if you're going to spend money, you might as well select a creator tag, unless you just want to give Tanki all the money instead of giving a small cut to YouTubers. But you know, that doesn't really matter. So overall, so far, Tanki Fund, pretty good. We have to remember, guys, there were like 3 or 4 Tanki runs in a row for like 2 years straight that they had 50 tiers, right? But the first 20 were the only ones ever reached. So you really never got anything. And they ended up changing it last Tanki Fund, and they basically copied and pasted it here, where there's only 12 tiers now, but it's pretty easy to reach to the end. And then if you really want to spend money, you can get 30 boosters, which all cost 1,400 tank coins. You can get some holy grenades, a bunch of epic keys per booster. I'd say it's probably worth just to get maybe 1 booster for 30 keys. You can get 450 ultra keys if you get 30 boosters, which, to be honest, I think Tanki did this just because Black Friday is coming up, so people want a lot of containers. We can go through the rewards real quick. 100 snowball grenades. They're pretty nice. They're just normal grenades with the freeze effect. You have 15 normal containers, Mammoth Excelsior. That'd be interesting to use, because I don't really use Mammoth all that much, but I do have some nice skins on it, so maybe I'll use Mammoth if I get this. 15 epic containers. You have Railgun Excelsior. Again, the Excelsior augment, just 30% damage increase, 30% critical hit increase, so it's a good augment. I mean, it's above average, so better than nothing. Pretty solid augments though. Another 15 epic keys here. Crisis Drone. I wish there was a reward where if you already have it, you get just like 200,000 crystals instead, because they've had the Crisis Drone in here every single Tanki Fund, and now you could just buy it for crystals at the legend rank. So honestly, I'm not exactly sure why they brought Crisis Drone back, just because it's not really that good anymore. You have 30 holy grenades, which are very, very good, but only 30. Like, you'll run through those in 1-2 games. It does max 9999 damage if you have it maxed out, so that's good. Armadillo module. Now, I would say the same thing for Crisis, but at the end of the day, a lot of people still need Armadillo module, and it's the best module in the game, so I can understand why they're giving this out. I just wish Crisis Drone was switched out for something else, like 250,000 crystals or something. 11 tier, you get a skin key, and then the final tier is Hunter Steampunk, which in my opinion is a really nice looking skin. I shared it on my community tab, but if you guys haven't seen it, it's definitely one of the nicest hunter skins in the game, and considering the only HD hunter skin I have is GT, I'm really excited to get this so I can pair hunter with some other fun HD turrets. But yeah, that is the winter Tanki Fund. Again, overall in general, definitely worth getting if you have 1,400 rubies. You get a lot of stuff for just 1,400 rubies. It's not as good as the early Tanki Funds used to be, but if you think about it, it's much better than the 50 tier Tanki Funds we were getting, because those would never even get close to finishing. And this one, it's going to finish within about a week or so. And then I guess at the end of the day, if you spend money on the game or you have a lot of tank coins saved up, you can get some of these boosters. But in general, I'd say maybe wait on the boosters until the Black Friday sales and bundles to see what the bundles are there, and then maybe if they're not that great, you can come here and get some boosters. But yeah, definitely let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Again, my thoughts, it's like a solid 7 out of 10. The rewards aren't great, they're still definitely good for the value, and knowing that we're actually going to reach 12 million pretty easily, at least you would think, I hope, I would imagine, right? But yeah, overall 6, 7 out of 10. Decent Tanki Fund. Again, it's not as good as the original Tanki Funds, but still good in general. And again, if you're going to spend money, don't forget to use a creator tag here. Just choose anyone's again, because if not, you're just giving Tanki more money. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in a future video. Peace out, everybody.